Chapter 51. You are listening at novelfull.audio. It was close to 11 o'clock in the evening before An Liang and An Xingyu went home, in the underground garage, and Xingyu reluctantly got out of the car. He sighed, it is indeed the top Porsche 911. The power response is so fast that even Ferrari can't match it. Hey, Dad, have you ever driven a Ferrari? An Liang asked. I did a test drive once, a friend's 7-hand Ferrari, and an old 458, with a speed of 0 to 100 seconds in 3.4 seconds. Although the performance gap is not too far, the difference in comfort is huge. An Xingyu sighed, and then handed over the car key. An Liang did not answer it. Dad, you drive first for the next 2 days, and I will drive your Audi. An Xingyu was not polite. Okay. The next day, at 7:45 in the morning, Sun Xia woke An Liang up and reminded An Liang to have breakfast. While eating breakfast, Sun Xia took the initiative to say, by the way, I just called your dad and he said, let you drive the car, and he will take a taxi to the company. An Liang shivered. Is An Xingyu's operation too sexy? Cough. An Liang deliberately changed the subject. Mom, why don't you put on your watch? Here's the watch worth 500,000. Sun Xia responded, I can't bear to wear it every day. If there is anything to be reluctant to part with, a watch is just for wearing. Mom, don't worry about wearing it, I will give you better ones in the future. An Liang said arrogantly. It's better to be a son. Sun Xia responded. However, Sun Xia did not wear a watch to work in the end. At 8:30, An Liang received the letter from Li Xian. Are you awake? When An Liang came back yesterday, he sent it to Li Xian information. I'm not you, I woke up a long time ago and have eaten breakfast now. An Liang's teasing reply message. I had breakfast too, okay. Li Xian replied to the message. Are you free today? You tell me what you have to do first, then I will know if I have time. An Liang skinned. If this kind of thing is done to a friend who has not been in touch for a long time, it is basic courtesy. A friend who hasn't been in touch for a long time suddenly asks if you are there. If you don't say what it is, it's really hard to say whether you are there or not. What if you ask to borrow money? Or else we won't contact each other for 10 years, and if we do, we'll send invitations to the wedding. I have been at home for several days and am ready to go out for a walk. Do you want to go? Li Xian sent a message, and Liang replied instantly, no problem. Should I come to pick you up now? Li Xian's reserved and short reply. Li Xian's friendship level with An Liang has reached 80 points. The two are in a relationship that is not yet full of lovers. There is a slight ambiguity between lovers, but they have not yet confirmed that they are lovers. After putting down his cell phone, An Liang rinsed his mouth again, then dressed in Uniqlo, drove a black Audi A6L and set off. The distance of 3 kilometers was very close. In less than 10 minutes, An Liang came downstairs to Li Xian again. The security personnel still did not stop him. Li Xian is already downstairs. She has no habit of procrastinating, nor does she deliberately make the boys wait for half an hour for a test or something. She is wearing a sportswear, still dressed like a senior in high school. An Liang drove over and pressed the passenger window. He greeted, Goddess, get in the car. Li Xian got into the passenger seat, and she asked doubtfully, did you change cars? No, this is my dad's car. I took it over to play with. An Liang responded, and then asked, where do you want to go shopping? Li Xian thought for a while before responding, I don't know either, you decide. Then let's go to the International Financial Center. I didn't bring you a gift from Tyron this time, so I'll make up for it today. An Liang said with a smile. Li Xian was still a little disappointed at first, but now An Liang took the initiative to bring it up. She shook her head with a red face. I don't want a gift. Hey, didn't you let me decide? An Liang didn't give Li Xian any more time to refuse, and drove directly to the International Financial Center. This time at the International Financial Center, An Liang couldn't use the parking tricks. The Audi A6L really didn't have a place here, so he went underground honestly. Parking garage to avoid being dissuaded by security personnel. In the underground garage, Li Xian said nervously, let's change to another place. Things here seem to be quite expensive. An Liang said with a smile, I won't pretend anymore. Let's show my cards. I am the rich second generation. It's up to you. Li Xian rolled her eyes at An Liang and said, during the class reunion, you just a showdown. At the previous class reunion, An Liang drove over in a Porsche 911 Turbo S that cost almost 3 million yuan. It was indeed the rhythm of a showdown. An Liang smiled and said, don't worry, it's not expensive here. Besides, let's just go shopping. Is that possible? Is there any charge for shopping? Li Xian rolled her eyes at An Liang again. The two took the elevator to the 4th floor. An Liang had just come here for a visit not long ago. He took Li Xian straight to Christian Dior's store. In fact, An Liang, I think Chanel is more in line with Li Xian's temperament, but it is a pity that Xingqing does not have Chanel. In Kristen's shop, the clerk Aliyah actually recognized An Liang. Fortunately, the clerk did not say that the girl An Liang brought was different. Otherwise An Liang would be gone, right? Life is full of surprises. Ding. Random task, give Li Xian a gift. Option 1, buy a gift that Li Xian likes and get a junior shopping cashback card. Option 2, wander around randomly and get the title of Nothing Left Behind. It's actually another entry-level shopping cashback card. Chapter 52. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Do you still need to consider the options given by the Life Winner system? Even if you are mentally retarded, you know how to choose. Choose 1. An Liang made the right choice. Primary shopping cashback cards have been issued. Life Winner system responded. In Christian Dior's store, An Liang and Li Xian were looking at women's clothing. He asked, is there anything you like? Li Xian shook her head. Although there was no price tag, Li Xian also knew this brand. The price is not cheap. An Liang looked around and selected a moon-white long skirt. He said, how about this one? Can you try it? Li Xian did not refuse. She came to the fitting room accompanied by the clerk, and then tried it alone. Occasionally she changed into a long white dress. 2 minutes later, Li Xian came out wearing a moon-white dress. She stood in front of the floor-length mirror and looked at herself in the mirror. To be honest, Li Xian liked this dress very much. This skirt not only looks good, it brings out Li Xian's beauty, but also enhances her temperament and gives her a holy flavor. At the same time, Li Xian felt that this skirt was very comfortable to wear, far more than her previous sportswear, especially in terms of breathability. This long skirt was not stuffy at all, but had a cool feeling. But Li Xian saw the price tag in the fitting room. The price of this skirt was 49,800 yuan. Even though Li Xian knew that Christian Dior was very expensive, Li Xian said she couldn't imagine that just a moon-white dress cost close to 50,000 yuan, and Liang stood next to Li Xian. Li Xian's appearance reached a level of 96. In An Liang's eyes, she was indeed at the level of a goddess. So lovely. An Liang praised. Li Xian nodded slightly, then responded negatively, it's too expensive. An Liang pretended to be a nouveau riche. That I've already shown my cards. What else is there for you? Swipe your card. An Liang greeted. The clerk Arya took An Liang's bank card attentively. After settling the bill, Arya introduced, Sir, would you like to choose some matching high heels? An Liang directly denied, that I remember you don't wear high heels, right? In 3 years of high school, An Liang had never seen Li Xian wearing high heels. Li Xian, who was originally struggling, heard An Liang say that she didn't wear high heels. She secretly thought, so An Liang has been paying attention to her. In An Liang's life persisting, Li Xian reluctantly chose a pair of white shoes. The price was not expensive, only costing 8,500 yuan. An Liang did not give cash back for this purchase. The 49,800 yuan for Yu's white dress. After the roll of the primary consumption cashback card, An Liang successfully got triple cashback, which means that he bought a high-end luxury brand skirt for free, and earned another 99,600 yuan. More importantly, he bought a skirt for the goddess. He left Christian Dior. An Liang brought Li Xian to Gucci's house again, and this time Li Xian said nothing. An Liang could only sigh secretly. How many girls like Li Xian are there in modern society? There should be very few. Most girls' children should take the initiative to beg to buy, right? So girls like Li Xian are really worth cherishing. At noon, An Liang and Li Xian discussed and chose a chuan xiang. This meal was treated by Li Xian. An Liang accepted it with peace of mind. He knew that if he rushed to pay the bill, Li Xian would feel uncomfortable. In the afternoon, the two watched 2 movies. In the cinema, the two were very close, but they understood each other tacitly. An Liang did not hold hands, and Li Xian was even less likely to take the initiative. Originally, An Liang wanted to eat out at night, but Li Xian said that her mother would come back to cook, so An Liang sent Li Xian home in advance. However, An Liang didn't know that when he was sending Li Xian home, he was discovered by Li Xian's mother. When Li Xian arrived home, her mother followed closely and asked, "Xian, where did you go this afternoon?" Li Xian's mother asked. While she was asking, she looked at the 2 Christian Dior shopping bags that Li Xian was carrying. Li Xian's mother Lu Ling worked in a bank. She was very fond of these luxury goods. She has a certain understanding of the brand, and she knows the price of Christian Dior, which is definitely not something that Li Xian can buy anyway. In addition, she just saw Li Xian get off an Audi A6L. Under normal circumstances, the Audi A6L is a medium-sized brand. As a young person's car, she was worried that her daughter would go astray. After all, Lu Ling also knew how beautiful her daughter was. Li Xian found that Lu Ling saw the shopping bag in her hand, and she had just arrived home, and Lu Ling after coming back, she immediately guessed that Lu Ling saw An Liang sending her back. "Mom." Li Xian raised her voice and explained, "The person who just sent me back is my classmate An Liang. You know him. I told you before. That rich second generation who drove a $3 million sports car to a class reunion." Lu Ling asked back. Li Xian also told Lu Ling about the interesting things about the previous class reunion. Li Xian responded. "Are you in a relationship with him?" Lu Ling continued to ask. Li Xian's face turned slightly red. She hesitated for a moment before responding, "I don't know. We have been in contact a lot recently. I have a crush on him, and I also feel that he has a crush on me." "Xian, my mother is not telling you that you must pay attention. These rich second generations are very carefree. You must be careful about what you should do and what you should not do. You know, right?" Lu Ling stared at Li Xian, trying to find some clues. Li Xian naturally understood Lu Ling's subtext. "Mom. An Liang and I didn't even hold hands." Lu Ling said that she has many question marks. Did An Liang give Li Xian Christian Dior a gift without holding hands? Are all Ho Lang so rich now? Chapter 53. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At Li Xian's house, Lu Ling looked at the moonwhite mulberry silk dress. She gently stroked the mulberry silk material and couldn't help but sigh. It feels so comfortable. It's also very comfortable to wear. "Mom, would you like to try it?" Li Xian said. Lu Ling is only a little shorter than Li Xian. With a height of 166 centimeters and careful maintenance, it is impossible to tell that she is already 38 years old. "Forget it, Yuebai is too young and not suitable for me." Lu Ling said negatively. Li Xian responded, "Mom is very young. You see, every time we go out, people say you are my sister." Lu Ling and Li Xian are very similar. They are almost carved from the same mold, but Lu Ling looks more mature. Under Li Xian's verbal attack, Lu Ling finally put on a moonwhite dress, as expected of her. The material of mulberry silk is indeed very comfortable, skin-friendly and breathable. "How much does it cost?" "At least more than 10,000, right?" That the tag of this moonwhite dress has been cut off. Li Xian hesitated for a moment, and finally confessed, "The difference is 2,050,000 yuan." Lu Ling expressed that she is a bit autistic. "Are you sure you're not holding hands?" Lu Ling looked at Li Xian with some suspicion. "Mom." Li Xian looked at Lu Ling with some embarrassment. Okay, Mom knows, your classmate is a bit interesting. It seems that his family conditions are really good. Lu Ling said. Mom, even if I fall in love with him, it's not because of his family conditions. Li Xian said seriously. She is not the kind of girl who loves vanity. If she loved vanity, why wouldn't An Liang be allowed to buy something when she went shopping today? On the other side, in Yang Maoi's rental house, she was frowning because a new round of guild war was about to begin. This time the guild war was larger in scale and involved the entire Huya platform. The top 4 would get a week's worth of Huya platform. Home page recommendation. But my family knows their own affairs. Yang Maoi is a small anchor. The last time she won the first place in the guild war was because of An Liang's support. Now more than half a month has passed, and her live broadcast room has been brought back to its original shape. Every day there are 2 or 3 big cats and kittens. The turnover amount is only about 200 yuan, and Liang spent 1 million on her before and took her shopping at the International Financial Center. Such a situation made her wonder if An Liang was pursuing her. However, An Liang did not contact her for more than half a month, and this situation made her autistic again. Do rich people do whatever they want like this? You obviously invested more than 1 million, but you turned out to be indifferent. Yang Maoi thought about contacting An Liang, but she didn't know how to communicate with An Liang. Could she let An Liang watch her live broadcast? Is that a wild suggestion that An Liang is swiping money? Yang Maoi once wanted to give up live broadcasting, but after An Liang led her to win a guild battle, Yang Maoi fell in love with the live broadcasting industry again. As the saying goes, if I had never seen the light, I could have endured the darkness. That's what Yang Maoi is. If An Liang hadn't led her to win first place in the guild battle, she would have been ready to give up the live broadcast and concentrate on her studies, but there is no if. Yang Maoi, who has now enjoyed her highlight moments, still longs to persevere in the live broadcast industry deep down, but reality has given her a heavy blow. She is tone-deaf and can't sing, dance, and can't flirt with her big brother. Naturally, she can't shine in the live broadcast industry. Seeing another guild war coming, Yang Maoi was really a little desperate. This time the guild war should be a round trip, right? Yang Maoi, who was in a depressed mood, went out to eat. She is an outdoor anchor and prefers food anchors. She naturally knows a lot of delicious food. She took a taxi to a specialty eel noodle shop. There are quite a few people who are afraid of eels, but Yang Maoi quite likes it. The only thing she doesn't like is that the price of eel noodles is a bit expensive. A portion of eel noodles costs 88 yuan, even though it was real material and there were a lot of eels. Yang Maoi still felt it was expensive. Yang Maoi, who was worried, walked into the eel noodle shop. She suddenly heard a familiar voice, "Little anchor, why are you here?" Yang Maoi was stunned for a moment. Her first reaction was that she missed An Liang too much. So you're hallucinating? But the next moment she saw An Liang. Why are you here? Yang Maoi asked back. An Liang didn't say anything, but just pointed to the eel noodles on the table. Yang Maoi sat down opposite An Liang obediently. She asked the obvious question, "You also like to eat eel noodles?" "Yes, I used to like it, but I thought it was expensive." An Liang said. "Still too expensive for you?" Yang Maoi obviously didn't believe it. "Hey, if you don't believe it, before I took the college entrance examination, I really had no money." An Liang told the truth. After the college entrance examination results were announced, An Liang got the winner system in life and reached the pinnacle of life, the An Liang of the past. Talking too much will make you cry. Even if Shenyu's construction company has a market value of tens of millions, An Liang a month's pocket money is only 100 yuan, and a bowl of eel noodles is 88 yuan. Isn't it expensive? Chapter 54. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At the eel noodle shop, An Liang and the young anchor Yang Maoi meet unexpectedly. "By the way, little anchor, why don't you broadcast live?" An Liang asked curiously. Yang Maoi hesitated for a moment before responding, "We will broadcast live later." An Liang asked curiously, why do you want to live broadcast later? I remember you are an outdoor anchor or a food anchor. I have seen your previous live broadcast videos. Do you want to live broadcast this eel noodles? Before Yang Maui responded, An Liang continued to arrange, come on, start a live broadcast, and I will broadcast it for you. Yang Maui hesitated for a moment before agreeing, okay. After waiting for Yang Maui to start the broadcast, An Liang took the phone and skillfully changed the title of the live broadcast, Today is the Awesome Eel Noodles. After the broadcast started, An Liang found that Yang Maui had become a small anchor again, and the VIP seats in the live broadcast room were only 3 people. The number 1 on the weekly list is a pitiful 120 yuan. Ha 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 ha, I'm laughing so hard, little anchor, are you showing your true colors? An Liang laughed unceremoniously, 3 VIP seats, 120 yuan for the first place on the list, oh my god, my happy water is about to spurt out. As An Liang spoke, the audience of only 3 VIP seats began to send comments, damn it. This voice. At this moment, I remembered the fear of being dominated by the number 1 in the million list. Porsche guy. This little anchor has something special. I vomited. The little anchor is so real. Little anchor, I can't do anything, I'm the first to hold the thigh. Brother Porsche, at 8 o'clock tonight, this little anchor will host a guild battle. Do you want to know? So is the little anchor going to bring in reinforcements? Only Brother Porsche can save her at this time, right? This little Porsche guy is a true king of gamers. He can spend $1 million at a time. He is an absolute golden thigh. Why don't you, little anchor, hold on tight? An Liang looked at the barrage and asked curiously, how about your guild battle tonight? Yang Maui responded with a little embarrassment, well. Still the same as last time? An Liang asked casually. No, this time it is organized by the Huya platform. Only anchors with level 28 or above are invited to participate. The top 4 will be recommended on the homepage of the Huya platform for a week. Yang Maui explained. So it's a decisive battle between big anchors? An Liang asked. Yes, the top god of war on the Tiger Tooth platform, Jianmu, will participate. Yang Maui said with a sigh, on the Huya platform, the top male anchor is called God of War, and the top female anchor is called Jianmu. The average weekly turnover is more than 1 million, which is about the same level. On the Huya platform, under normal circumstances, the weekly turnover is there are only about 10 people who have exceeded 1 million. That's quite a lot of pressure. An Liang responded. It's not a lot of pressure, right? Yang Maui complained in response, it should be a direct tragedy. On the Huya platform, the top anchor's weekly turnover is more than 1 million under normal circumstances. If there is a guild war, there will definitely be more, even if An Liang just won 2 million Huya coins. I can't guarantee that I will lead Yang Maui to win the championship. After all, this guild battle is not a battle between 3 small guilds, but a battle on the entire Huya platform. Oops. The little Porsche guy won't play with the little anchor this time. There is an all-out war on the Huya platform. Those big guilds don't know how much they have to invest in operations. I don't recommend that the little Porsche brother joins the war. Seconded. The operation of the guild is shameful. Look at those emperor accounts, 9 out of 10 are guild-operated accounts, it's really disgusting. I heard that the guild operation and the Huya platform have an agreed price. Isn't that necessary? Brother Porsche, please calm down. Other guilds have a lot of operations, plus a lot of big brothers. Brother Porsche, don't fight alone. Yang Maui's biggest problem is that she has no one to support her. If An Liang supports her, it would be equivalent to An Liang doing all the work by himself. An Liang looked at the barrage, and he naturally knew the tricks of the Huya platform, but in fact, these prostitute players misunderstood one thing. The agreement between the guild operation and the Huya platform was not about the recharge ratio, but the account sharing ratio. For example, how much is the one-time recharge for guild operations? During a certain period of time, the gifts received by a certain anchor will be returned to the guild in proportion. The normal situation is that the Huya platform, the guild, and the anchor will share the reward in half. For example, if the reward is 1 million, the Huya platform will receive 500,000, the guild and the anchor will receive 500,000, and then the guild and the anchor will distribute it according to their own proportions. If the guild operates a large amount of gifts, it can attract traffic and attract other people to give rewards. The guild can discuss conditions with the Huya platform to increase the account sharing ratio. For example, the Huya platform only needs 40%, and the guild you can get an additional 10% of your income. In addition, the funds operated by the guild will not be shared with the anchors, so as long as the traffic is diverted properly and other people are attracted to recharge, the guild's operating expenses will not lose too much, and it can also operate big anchors, and ultimately make a steady profit without losing money. Therefore, there are always endless rewards for operating accounts. P.S. We will deal with 1.2 and 1.4 tomorrow, and we will finish it the day after tomorrow. Chapter 55. You are listening at novelfull.audio. An Liang looked at the barrage and asked curiously, "Your guild won't support you?" Yang Maui complained and replied, "You have also seen my weekly rankings and popularity. Do you think the guild can support me? The most popular person in the live broadcast industry, it's true. If Yang Maui takes off and becomes a big anchor after An Liang supported Yang Maui last time, then their guild will definitely support him." However, Yang Maui does not have the innate conditions to become a big anchor. She is tone-deaf and cannot sing, nor can she dance, nor can she flirt with her elder brother. Under such circumstances, how can Yang Maui take off? So after losing An Liang's support, she was immediately beaten back to her original form. "So you are cold this time?" An Liang teased. Yang Maui sighed, "I'm just feeling depressed, so I came here to have a bowl of eel noodles." An Liang laughed, "Don't you beg me?" Yang Maui responded negatively, "I did think so, and it happened to be a coincidence, but a guild war of this level must cost millions. Why should you waste your money?" After saying that, Yang Maui smiled self-deprecatingly. Yang Maui's frank attitude actually won An Liang's favor. Otherwise, whether Yang Maui was acting coquettishly or pretending to be aggrieved, he would be disgusted. It is true that in Liang's Tiger Teeth account there are 2 million Tiger Tooth coins, but there are no restrictions on the life winner system, which means that he can give these 2 million Tiger Tooth coins to anyone, including himself, when there is no task that triggers the life winner system. An Liang, it's not necessary to support Yang Maui, even if Yang Maui is really beautiful. You little anchor is a bit self-aware. An Liang deliberately teased, thereby revealing that he would not support Yang Maui. Naturally, Yang Maui heard what An Liang meant. She felt sad, but it was fleeting. Just like what she said, the guild war on all platforms of Tiger Teeth. If she wants to reach the top and win the championship, 1 million is just the ticket. She and An Liang are not related, so why should An Liang spend so much money? Ding! Random mission, once again lead young anchor Yang Maui to win the championship. Task rewards. Comprehensive rewards will be given based on completion status. Failure penalty, none. An Liang was still muttering just now that if the task of the life winner system could not be triggered, he would not necessarily support the small anchor, but the life winner system arranged the task. It is indeed a winner system in life. Although she had received a random task from the winner system in life, An Liang did not immediately make any promise to the little anchor. After all, the little anchor had just said it herself. Why should she let An Liang spend millions, and An Liang would just chip in by himself? Sometimes, hope in desperate situations is more precious. After the guild war begins, when the little anchor calmly accepts the elimination, An Liang will step on the colorful clouds to save the world, which will definitely leave a deeper impression. A quarter of an hour later, Yang Maui finished eating the eel noodles with a complicated mood. She took the initiative. "Brother, dear brother, there will be a guild battle at 8 o'clock. I will go back and prepare first." An Liang had already returned the phone to Yang Maui, and he said, "Shall I send you off?" No, I'll just walk back. It's not far, just in time to digest." Yang Maui refused in response. Yang Maui was afraid of being alone, so she couldn't help but beg An Liang to help her. An Liang didn't force him, he waved his hand and said, "Okay, contact me when you have time." Yang Maui held back her complaints and walked out of the eel noodle shop quickly. An Liang said she would contact her when she had time. Yang Maui really wanted to complain. Has An Liang contacted her? After Yang Maui left, An Liang also drove home. Since he has already the random task of the winner system in life was triggered, and An Liang naturally wanted to help the little anchor. He just didn't know if 2 million was enough. If not, An Liang thought about recharging some money himself. After all, after he led the little anchor to win the championship last time, he won. If you get triple cash back, what if it is also triple cash back this time? Even if you are unlucky and only get double cash back, it is still a steady profit. In An Liang's bedroom, he opened Huya live broadcast and specifically exited. You only entered Yang Maui's live broadcast room after logging in, because after logging out, An Liang can enter the live broadcast room invisibly. Yang Maui will not know that he has arrived, and he can just take a look at the situation in Yang Maui's live broadcast room. Yang Maui's live broadcast room did not disappoint An Liang. As expected, it's a deserted rhythm. There are 7 people in the VIP seats, and Yang Maui's own account still has to occupy one position. As for the weekly rankings, the first place on the list has not changed, it is still 120 yuan, which is completely miserable on the Huya platform. Anchor. Seeing that the guild war is getting closer and closer, several viewers in the live broadcast room are also sending comments. Little anchor, is there a Porsche guy coming to the rescue today? I just went out for a walk, and among the anchors participating in the war, our place seems to be the worst. Be confident. It seems, just delete these 2 words. Did the little anchor and the Porsche guy have a falling out? Could it be that the Porsche guy unplugged the ruthless? Damn it. The truth? I'm afraid the truth is out. An Liang looked at these barrages and could only say that the water friends were too naughty. He and Yang Maui were innocent, okay? P.S. Although the collection has increased by more than 1,000, it still feels like no one is reading it. The rhythm of the standalone book review area, come on, 100 book reviews will be added and updated by one chapter, which is valid before it is put on the shelves. If the updates cannot be completed before it is put on the shelves, it will be cleared after it is put on the shelves. Clean up the 1.2W plus 1.4W flowers today, and then finish the 1.6W and 1.8W tomorrow, so you can feel relaxed. Chapter 56. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At 8 o'clock in the evening, the Tiger Teeth platform competition begins. Yang Maui's live broadcast room is still deserted, and there are still less than 10 people in the VIP seats. The opponent in the first round has already launched a mic, so Yang Maui naturally cannot refuse. When the connection was connected, several VIP accounts entered the live broadcast room, but it could be seen from the names of the other parties that these accounts were all fans of the other party, and they were just here to spy on the enemy. For example, look at how many people are in the VIP seats here, how many rewards there are in the weekly rankings, whether the top bosses in the weekly rankings are in the VIP seats, etc. Hello, little sister, I am Ame from the Dream Guild. I am very happy to meet you. Please wait for a while and be merciful. Our guild was beaten badly by the little sister last time. After Ame introduced herself, she vaguely hinted at the grievances between the 2 guilds. As for why she hinted at the grievances between the 2 guilds, of course, the intelligence spy had already gone back to report the situation, saying that Yang Maui was just a small anchor who wanted nothing. The anchor has no VIP seats, no weekly rankings, and no big brother. This round is the Welfare Bureau, and Liang entered the other party's live broadcast room without logging in. He wanted to see the other party's live broadcast room barrages. Ha ha ha, I'm laughing so hard. The anchor opposite is really miserable. The first one on the list only has 120 yuan. A 29-level anchor, the first on the list, only has 120 yuan, can you believe it? There are 7 people in the VIP seats, there is no big brother, all are little salted fishes, the Zhougong value is only over 1,100, and all the anchor medals have been extinguished. It's really miserable. I heard that the opposite anchor won first place in the guild battle. That's because her elder brother supports her. I saw it in person. I paid almost 1 million at that time, and it has been cold ever since, so we win this round. When the PK of the guild war started, Ame's PK bar immediately skyrocketed, easily overtaking Yang Maoi's side. 5 minutes later, Ame's PK value had reached 800 yuan, and Yang Maoi had not yet broken into double digits, yes. Yang Maoi's PK value is only 6,000 points, which means it is worth 6 yuan, but they are all free gifts that cost no money. I have to say that Yang Maoi is really miserable. When An Liang returned to Yang Maoi's live broadcast room, he found that the big cats and kittens in Yang Maoi's live broadcast room did not post barrages. Several people in the VIP seats were actually fans of Yang Maoi's outdoor live broadcast and had no interest in guild battles or anything like that. As for supporting anchors. Just kidding. Isn't it good to have sex for free? In fact, Yang Maoi herself gave up. She had no intention of canvassing votes at all, or she knew very well that canvassing for votes was useless. Yang Maoi knew very well who would spend money and who would not spend money in the live broadcast room. Looking at the silent Yang Maoi, An Liang sighed, it is really difficult for a young anchor. An Liang logged into his Emperor account, and the live broadcast room immediately sent out an obvious entrance animation, and a red fire-breathing dragon appeared in the chat area. The originally deserted live broadcast room immediately became lively, coming. A hot man is here. Finally you are here. Fortunately I didn't give up. At this moment, I remembered the fear of being dominated by the number 1 in the million list. The little Porsche guy can't let go of the little anchor after all. How did you come? The tip of Yang Maoi's nose felt sour. She was already desperate, but now that An Liang is here, she suddenly feels wronged. An Liang sent a message, little anchor, you are still as miserable as ever. After sending the message, An Liang starts renewing directly, congratulations to, the beloved has not returned, for renewing, Emperor, *1 in the, no more vixen, live broadcast room, congratulations to, the beloved has not returned, for renewing, Emperor, *1 in the, no more vixen, live broadcast room. Such a renewal reminder scrolled across the top of the live broadcast room on the Huya platform and appeared 10 times, which meant that An Liang already had 330,000 golden beans in his account. Looking at the renewal reminder, Yang Maoi's eyes were red, and she almost couldn't help crying. The water friends in the live broadcast room started to joke, haha, the little anchor is going to cry. I would like to ask, what is the origin of this little anchor? Worship the Emperor. I think I've seen this kind of plot before. I remember it, I remember it, I remember it all, this Emperor boss swiped 1 million last time. What are you doing? Yang Maoi asked knowingly, and Liang sent a message, it's too embarrassing to travel in 1 round. I'll save you 1 round first. After sending the message, and Liang threw away the 2 treasure maps and directly responded to the PK note. On the other side, Ame in the live broadcast room, water friends directly exploded and sent barrages, it's cold. It's cold. The hot man is here again. I vomited. Brother Million is here. This, are you still beating me? Who can resist directly renewing the Emperor subscription 10 times? Quickly ask the anchor opposite, how to charm a real rich man. My whole body is broken. In fact, Ame really said that she was torn apart, and she also opened a small account to see Yang Maoi's condition. Originally, Ame thought that this game was a welfare, and she could win easily. Then the real big brother on the other side showed up. What kind of thing is this? Unexpected disaster. For Ame, it is indeed an unforeseen disaster, but for Yang Maoi, An Liang is an unparalleled hero with colorful auspicious clouds. This? Flowers cost 19,000. Don't you feel a pang in your conscience for being such a flamboyant little author? Shivering. Chapter 57. You are listening at novelfull.audio. There was no difficulty in the first round, and the opponent was killed with just 8 treasure maps. However, 8 treasure maps cost 40,000 yuan. After An Liang's 10 renewals and 8 treasure map notifications on all platforms, Yang Maoi's live broadcast room has gathered hundreds of VIP seats. Thank you, dear brother. I originally thought I would win in the first round, but now that I have won the first round, I can finally feel at ease. Yang Maoi said gratefully, and Liang replied teasingly, I originally said I would help you win the championship again, but in the end you only wanted to pass one round? Yang Maoi was speechless. Win the championship. Yang Maoi didn't dare to think about it. Because this time it was a guild war for all platforms of Huya, even if An Liang spent another million, he would not be able to win the championship with Yang Maoi, and he might not even be able to enter the finals. Some passers-by in the live broadcast room looked at An Liang and said that he would lead Yang Maoi to win the championship. Even though An Liang has an emperor account, some passers-by also activated the taunting skills. Win the championship? Killing me. Can such a small anchor also win the championship? The emperor who has renewed his subscription 10 times wants to win the championship. Follow it, and wait for the little anchor to win the championship. The little Porsche guy wants to protect his little anchor again. Shocked. What magic power does this little anchor have? Do not ask. Asking is true love. An Liang ignored the taunting barrages. These taunting barrages were actually frogs in the well. Do they know An Liang's situation? Do they know that An Liang has a winner system in life? Dear brother, we just have to try our best, there is no need to win the championship. Yang Maoi took the initiative to set up the steps for An Liang. An Liang sent a message, oh, conscience anchor. Yang Maoi rolled her eyes, and she responded, Brother Liangren, this guild war is the decisive battle of the entire Huya platform, wait a moment you just know it. An Liang didn't talk nonsense, you will know after a while there was still no pressure in the second and third rounds. An Liang won with 10 treasure maps and 12 treasure maps respectively. The total of the first 3 rounds was only 30 treasure maps were spent, the 4th round of guild war began, and I actually met an old acquaintance in this round. The opponent was the opponent in the last Guild War finals, the ancient-style girl Bailu from my own guild. Hello, Miss Bailu, we meet again. Yang Maoi took the initiative to greet you, Bailu responded, hello, Miss Fox, I don't want to meet you at all. I saw my beloved brother showing off his power before, and this time I'm going to feel cold again. Egret's eldest brother, Weilu Qingtian, has arrived at Yang Maoi's live broadcast room. He sent a message first, my beloved brother, long time no see. As the saying goes, people are carrying people in sedan chairs. Weilu Qingtian took the initiative to greet An Liang. Naturally, I won't put on airs, brother Qingtian, long time no see. An Liang replied to the message, Weilu Qingtian continued to send messages, my beloved brother wants to be first again. I mean, wait and see the details. An Liang's reply message, then I'll trouble my beloved brother to be merciful. We, the egrets, won't charge. We'll wait and watch the beloved brother's performance. Weilu Qingtian expressed his willingness to withdraw. He can't compete for An Liang, so there is no need to force himself. After sending the message to Lu Qingtian, he swiped 2 treasure maps for Yang Maoi. Yang Maoi immediately thanked, thank you brother Qingtian, thank you Miss Bailu. Your elder brother is so polite, thank you so much. An Liang also sent a message, brother Qingtian is so polite. After sending the message, An Liang went to Bailu's live broadcast room to scan 2 treasure maps. This kind of thing is called back and forth. We are all decent people, so naturally we should do things decently, because they were in the same guild, and because the 2 eldest brothers An Liang and Weilu Qingtian had already discussed the ending. They only spent 4 treasure maps to win this round. After Yang Maoi defeated Egret, Weilu Qingtian ran to Yang Maoi's live broadcast room to watch the excitement, and brought a lot of water friends from Egret with him. Yang Maoi and Bailu are the anchors of the same guild. The relationship between the 2 parties is good, and the eldest brothers on both sides are also very harmonious. Yang Maoi naturally supports the fans of Bailu's family who come to watch the fun. The opponent in the 5th round was not very good, probably because he consumed too much in the previous 4 rounds. In this round, An Liang only used 10 treasure maps to directly win. The opponent in the 6th round had just connected with wheat, and Faloo Qingtian sent a message, "Brother, my opponent in this round is a bit strong." An Liang used a private browser to check the opponent's information when he was not logged in. The opponent's anchor called, "Be careful." The anchor's level reached level 37. The number 1 on the list has exceeded 100,000, and the number 2 and 3 on the list have also exceeded 50,000. 3 accounts are all kings. Hello, little sister, I am Xiaoxin from the Affectionate Guild. I am very happy to be connected with my little sister. Please be gentler later. Your eldest brother is too fierce. Xiaoxin is a little scared. Xin Tong said playfully. As the guild war on the Huya platform progresses, An Liang's popularity on the Huya platform is getting higher and higher. After all, the return of the beloved is a high-frequency all-platform announcement, plus the name it's easy to remember, so how can it not be famous? Chapter 58. You are listening at novelfull.audio. For anchors, the wealthy users of the Huya platform are the most critical resource. Whenever a new wealthy user appears on the Huya platform, it will almost attract the attention of the anchor. Take An Liang as an example. An Liang spent 1 million on the Huya platform for the first time and became the subject of discussion among anchors. Unfortunately, An Liang did not log into the Huya platform after that, and was finally forgotten by the anchors. As a result, An Liang appeared again and was consuming aggressively, which naturally attracted the attention of major anchors. The little pain of the Affectionate Guild is one of them. She not only wants to win the guild war, but also wants to draw An Liang from Yang Maoi's side. She has confidence in herself. After all, she feels that she is really attractive. Looking at the coquettish little girl, Yang Maoi was a little worried. After quickly introducing herself, she clicked on the PK application, obviously ready to open fire directly. Faloo Qingtian sent a message, "Brother, there are 3 eldest brothers on the opposite side, all of them are old kings, and their spending power is quite strong. This is probably a tough battle." Xin Pain originally wanted to show off her dancing skills to attract An Liang, but Yang Maoi directly opened a PK application, and Xin Pain had no choice but to accept it. When the PK application was opened, the 3 kings on Xiaoxin's side immediately started buying gifts. Each king had bought 2 treasure maps, which looked very impressive, and Liang directly swiped 10 treasure maps to fight back. Everything in the live broadcast industry is fake. Only swiping gifts is real. An Liang advises viewers who don't have money to restrain themselves, "My beloved brother is amazing. Send a message to Lu Qingtian to praise him." An Liang replied to the message, "Brother Qingtian is polite, let's see how the other party handles it." The 3 kings and eldest brothers who were worried were not in vain. Facing the menacing 10 treasure maps, each of them swiped 2 more treasure maps and overtook the PK bar again, and Liang sarcastically said, "There is strength in numbers." An Liang swiped 10 treasure maps again, and he wanted to see how the other party responded. 10 treasure maps sounds easy to say, but it actually costs 50,000 yuan. Now An Liang has finished 20 treasure maps, which means that 100,000 yuan has been completely reimbursed. Live broadcast consumption is completely different from shopping consumption. Live broadcast consumption is consumption, and there is almost nothing. There is no corresponding product like shopping consumption. As for what kind of behind-the-scenes deal some big brothers have with some anchors, what does that have to do with An Liang? Anyway, there is no behind-the-scenes deal between An Liang and Yang Maoi. An Liang's behind-the-scenes deal was given by the Life Winner system. He estimates that if he leads Yang Maoi to win the championship again, he will probably get a reward of cash back on consumption, right? Wouldn't it be nice to get 3 times the cash back on your purchases? In the heart-wrenching live broadcast room, the 3 King brothers were a little troubled. Friends in the live broadcast room are also posting comments and lamenting. The big brother opposite is really a bit hard to stand up to. It's so difficult. He is worthy of being the first brother to experience spending 1 million. Curious about the relationship between this big brother and that little anchor? I'm even more curious about what special skills that little anchor has. Can the king of our family withstand it? In the core prestige group of Xiaoxin Pain, Xiao Pain peeked at the screen and watched the three kings discussing how to deal with it. At present, An Liang has painted 20 treasure maps, and they only have 12 treasure maps. If each of them brushes 2 more, they still can't catch up. If you swipe 3 more, you will have just surpassed the opponent by 1, but what is the use of surpassing the opponent by 1? According to the opponent's urine, I am afraid that you can surpass the opponent in an instant, right? Read poetry, Aries, how much more can each of you produce? Kangzi sent a message in the prestige group. Yasuko added the message, I can still get 18 more. Nianshu responded to the message first, I can get 20. Aries finally sent the message, I am also 20. Do you think you can win? Yangzi sent a message, read the poem and immediately send a message, win a hair. Look at that lunatic. He has renewed his subscription 10 times and has 66 more treasure maps ready. How can we win? The three of them only have 58 treasure maps in total, so how can they defeat each other? I really threw up. Where did this beloved man come back from? Send message of Yasuko's complaint, this guy is really not a human being. This has just started and the recharge has reached 600,000 yuan. Who knows how much he needs to recharge? Yangzi added information. Nianshu replied to the message, I heard that the little anchor opposite me picked up a wild rich man on the roadside when she was live broadcasting outdoors, and the other party directly gave her $1 million of water. This, I vomited too. Aries follows suit. The little peeps peeking through the screen expressed that they felt very uncomfortable. Isn't this too inappropriate for a human being? Can you pick up this kind of rich man who is angry and wants to win millions during an outdoor live broadcast? Xiao said that she also wants to live broadcast outdoors. But I am worried that I will be beaten back to my original shape after leaving the special beauty camera. 2 brothers, so should we consume each other's strength now, or should we just forget it? Aries asks the most important question. Xiao Pain secretly became nervous, if you lose in the guild war, you lose. After all, Xiao knows that he can't advance, but the most fundamental purpose of the guild war is to stimulate consumption and obtain more rewards. Now the 3 king brothers still have 58 treasure maps, equivalent to 290,000 soft girl coins. She naturally hopes that all 3 king brothers will be mined. At least if you lose, you will get another 290,000 soft girl coins as a reward, right? Chapter 59. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In Yang Maoi's live broadcast room, An Liang renewed the subscription for Emperor 10 more times. The 10 consecutive renewals once again attracted a wave of popularity to Yang Maoi's live broadcast room. 66666666. The beloved brother is invincible. My beloved brother is amazing. Praising Lu Qingtian, the water friends in the live broadcast room also echoed their opinions. Congratulations to my beloved brother for being so awesome. I vomited. Is there really a real player who is the super god emperor? A 10-year-old fan of Vixen's live broadcast room came uninvited to personally witness the rise of the beloved brother. What an honor. The old fan of Vixen returned and burst into tears, finally waiting for the rise of Vixen. Dear brother, hurry up and apply for the super god emperor. Curious about how many real player emperors there are on the Huya platform. The so-called super god emperor is actually a high-end version of the emperor. It does not need to be opened separately. The emperor's nobles only need to spend 1.5 million within 30 days to apply for the super god emperor. Now that An Liang has renewed the emperor 10 times, he has reached the qualifications to apply for the super god emperor. He immediately clicked to apply for the super god emperor on the page of the Tiger Tooth Noble system, and then passed the application to become the super god emperor instantly. The original red fire-breathing dragon's entrance animation turned into a golden fire-breathing dragon, and the emperor's logo had the symbol of a super god, which meant that he consumed 1.5 million in 30 days. Upgrading the super god emperor for the first time will be valid for 90 days. If you want to maintain your status as a super god emperor, you must consume a lot. Every 500,000 consumed can be extended for 30 days, and the maximum extension can be 360 days, which is far lower than the maximum extension period of 24 months for other nobles. The super god emperor is the most noble on the Huya platform. Whether it is the 1.5 million consumption required to apply for it or the 500,000 monthly consumption required to maintain it, it proves the consumption power of the super god emperor. When An Liang returned to Yang Maoi's live broadcast room, the water friends in the live broadcast room once again erupted in barrage, touched the super god emperor up close. My beloved brother is so fierce. I suddenly envy the little anchor. Even if I am usually depressed, I am so happy to have the support of my beloved brother at critical moments. The intelligence agent lurking over there was also speechless. A small anchor had the help of the super god emperor. How many beatings could he get from Xiaoxin? When An Liang had just applied for the super god emperor, he finally received a response from Xiaoxin. The three kings Kangzi, Nianshi, and Aries quickly scanned the treasure map. 58 treasure maps came up together, plus the original 12 treasure maps are 70 treasure maps, equivalent to 350,000. This situation made Xiaoxin feel relieved. It didn't matter even if she lost, she had already received enough turnover income, and Liang was not polite. He had just renewed the emperor 10 times, which was equivalent to 66 treasure maps. He did not sell them all, but only followed 60 treasure maps, plus the original 20. Treasure map, that is, 80 treasure maps have been brushed. What's even more crazier is that An Liang started renewing his account as soon as he finished using it. He renewed his account 10 more times without hesitation. This situation directly crushed the three kings on Zai Oxentang's side. All three kings came running to send the message. Yasuko was worried. I'm done. Impressed. Beloved brother Cowhide. That I felt a little sad when I read the poem. I can't afford to offend you. The mighty super god emperor. We gave in. Aries is heartbroken. My eldest brother is fierce. I beg you to take me in, and then I'll see my beloved brother charge. Seeing that the three king brothers of the Shenhao Pain family came over to admit defeat, Shenhao Pain naturally did not hold on. She said distressedly, my dear brother is too cruel. Dear brother, this time you beat your heart so badly, please give me some medical expenses. Xiaoxin Pain begged for the anchor in front of him. This kind of thing was very common in the past, but today's situation is inappropriate. First of all, the three kings have come to admit defeat, and secondly, the three kings also gave Xiaoxin Pain a gift of 350,000. Under such circumstances, we still need medical expenses. The three kings of the Xiaotong family said that their faces hurt. Reading poems and Xiaotang, this king is even more temperamental. He directly swiped 2 treasure maps on Yang Maui and sent a message. Nianshi Xiaoxin said, my account has been cleared, so I'm going to top up my money to cheer for my beloved brother. Kangzi and Aries followed closely behind, and each of them also swiped 2 treasure maps. Xiaoxin saw her in the live broadcast room. The three kings of the family were swiping the treasure map on their opponent's side, and she suddenly said aggrievely, brothers, didn't you tell me that you would not swipe the map anymore? Such an inquiry once again chilled the three kings. Yang Maui quickly expressed her gratitude, and An Liang also sent a message to express his gratitude. Thank you, three big brothers. After An Liang sent the message, he immediately went to Xiaoxin and returned 6 treasure maps. Even though An Liang could see that the three kings were a little dissatisfied with Xian Pain, as a decent person did a decent thing, and the eldest brother opposite came over and gave a gift, he naturally had to return it. When An Liang swiped the treasure map, Xiao Pain suddenly cheered, welcome brother Liangren to Xiaohua's live broadcast room. Thank you for your support. I hope that brother Liangren will support Xiao Pain more in the future. Xiao Pain will give you a comparison. Shenhao. Seeing the cute Shenhao hurt, An Liang curiously tried to use the interpersonal relationship scanning system to see if the interpersonal relationship scanning system could scan through the air. However, the result shocked An Liang. Mid-Autumn Festival National Day Family Feedback. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP points. Grab a deposit now. Activity time, September 29th to October 6th. Chapter 60. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The interpersonal relationship scanning system is an upgraded version of the information scanning system and the friendship scanning system. After An Liang scanned his heart, the corresponding information indeed appeared: Sun Shintong, age, 26. Height, 150 cm, weight, 50 kg, appearance, 62. Figure, 68. Special, 45. Friendliness, 95. An Liang was shocked when he saw the information about Xiaoxin. Being 150 centimeters tall is not a problem. After all, being shorter has the cutest height difference. It's not a problem if you weigh 50 kilograms, just be a little fatter, a plump figure. But what the hell is a 62-point appearance? Obviously in the camera, Xiaoxin Pain looks pretty good. I can get a score of 85 if I don't say much. Is it okay to be one of the best in 1,000? It's understandable if you have a figure of 68. After all, he is 150 centimeters tall and weighs 50 kilograms. But a special score of 45 points. According to the remark information once given by the Life Winner system, when the special score is lower than 80 points, there is a 99% probability that it is a broken second-hand car. The more people drive, the lower the special score. According to the special score of Xiaoxin, will the number of drivers who have driven it reach 3 digits. What's more important is the rating of 62 points for appearance. Do those drivers really not care? Is it possible that everyone has come? In the end, what shocked An Liang was actually the situation where the friendship value was 95. This situation is called intimacy, or lover relationship, but An Liang and Xiaoxin to have a close relationship. If you give this kind of shabby second-hand car to An Liang won't be interested in it at all. The Life Winner system gives feedback information. According to the feedback from the Life Winner system, the friendship score does not require a substantial relationship, but can have a substantial relationship, which means that if An Liang wants to have a substantial relationship with Xiao Tong, then it is 100% possible. Faced with this explanation, An Liang said that he vomited. Is he actually related to Xiaoxin? An Liang thinks that is absolutely impossible. After returning from the painful live broadcast room, An Liang expressed that he still had lingering fears. Such a live broadcast of beauty monsters is too scary, and it is also a broken second-hand car. Who can withstand this? An Liang suddenly began to mourn for the 3 kings and eldest brothers. The 3 of them just spent 350,000, right? I just don't know that they know the true face of Xiaoxin. As soon as An Liang came back, the 3 kings of the Xin Pain family started sending messages. Yasuko was worried. I envy my beloved brother. He was actually in the same place as the fox anchor. That I felt pain while reading the poem. I envy the fox anchor even more. During an outdoor live broadcast, I actually picked up a super rich man. Aries is worried. Stop talking, I'm very excited. I heard that there are many outdoor anchors in Shachang. I'm going to go and have a look. Looking at the messages sent by the 3 kings, An Liang deliberately led the conversation. Haven't you ever seen a heartache? The 3 kings all said they had never seen it. Incredible. An Liang sent a message. This is outrageous. I really admire you. To be honest, you 3 king brothers are great. Half the words are spoken, all smart people will understand. An Liang did not continue to say that the PK in the second game of the guild battle ended in an anticlimactic manner. The PK bar that was painful did not even exceed 1,000. An Liang simply lost 2 treasure maps and 1. Be careful that the 3 eldest brothers of the Pain family did not go back either. They were not fools. An Liang's reminder just now made them take notice. They thought An Liang had some inside information. In fact, An Liang really has inside information. After all, An Liang discovered that Xiaoxin was the secret to broken-down second-hand cars. A worried trumpet lurked in Yang Maoi's live broadcast room. She also discovered An Liang's speech, but she did not dare to say it because she was also afraid that An Liang would really know her situation. After all, quite a few people know her details. If such a secret is known by the 3 king brothers who support her, wouldn't it be a direct blow? However, there are too many intrigues in the live broadcast industry. When this round of guild war ended and Yang Maoi and Xiaoxin were disconnected from the microphone, dukes and nobles immediately spoke in Yang Maoi's live broadcast room. Duke nobility is the lowest level of noble title that can be scrolled to the top of the speech, happy every day. Are you worried? Hey! That anchor has something. I have played with her before, and I only paid 20,000. I can get whatever I want. Is it so expensive now? This statement immediately set off Yang Maoi's live broadcast room, especially the three kings of the Xiaowan family, who spoke frequently. They naturally understood the meaning of this duke's speech. Kangzi was worried, happy every day, please make things clear. Tian happy will naturally not be cowardly. When Xiaoxin was still a small anchor, I was a frequent visitor to her live broadcast room. I have her 23-level fan brand, which is enough proof, right? Tian Huan showed up the fan sign of Xiao Pai. As far as I know, at least 10 people had in-depth exchanges with Xiao Pai. What's more important is that her plain makeup is really ordinary. If she hadn't paid 20,000 yuan, if I hadn't already gone, I would be in tears anyway. Kangzi is worried, reading poetry makes me feel sad. Aries is worried, brother, my mentality is broken. To be fair, for such a thing, not only Aries' mentality collapsed, but also that of Kangzi and Nianshi. Is this the result of the goddess they knelt down and licked? So 350,000 was wasted? Friends in Yang Maoi's live broadcast room happily sent barrages. The originally tense and exciting guild battle actually broke out like this. Will this melon stay ripe? P.S. The flowers cost 20,000 yuan, and the little author who rushed to the street was a little panicked.